Good morning, afternoon, evening, whenever you see this. This is Dee with Older INFP-A Assertive Insights. And today we're going to be talking about listening to your intuition. When it talks, listen to it. Yeah. Number one is, how do you like my socks? I love them. These are my ER socks and hospital socks, and I actually have 3 pair. I have 2 pair from the ER because I loved them so much. They gave me an extra one. Then when I went to the hospital, these are their issue grade. So I have 3 yellow socks. I think they are spiffy. So yeah. So I got probably paid $100. They probably charged me $100 a pair for them. But now I have some new socks. I'm being a little bit silly, but yes, I did tell everybody. For those of you who will follow me, for those of you who are new, welcome. You might want to, you can listen to this, which the biggest insights are in my playlist sections. Taking a little break for medical reasons and others. But I said I would be back when I made decisions about medical. I'm at a point now, I'm going to have to laugh. My moods change from day to day, hour to hour, but for right now, we're at an impasse. I'm at an impasse. There are 3 options, and none of them are good ones. And particularly for someone with extroverted intuition, I can continue to think of pros and cons, and they say make a list. They, as in just people in general, say, well, make a list and put the pros. If you can't make a decision, which INFPs cannot easily, and sometimes cannot at all, then put the pros to one decision about an issue, and then put the cons to it. I can do it to whether it's always 50-50. I think that's probably common for INFPs because we have in our second function, we are extroverted in our intuition, which means that we can think of all possibilities. We like to take in all possibilities, and it can go on forever. So I don't do that list anymore, but the 3 options I do have, I do feel better, by the way. I feel fine right now, and I feel better, except for it's taking a mental toll because there are no good options for an FINE user. On top of that, what the biggest issue is and how my extroverted intuition / universe is speaking to me very loudly and clear, and I need to listen, is for those of you particularly who've been following me. I keep saying that, but I have in the past mentioned several times about whether I want to move or not, and where I want to move, how I want to move, and I'm just sitting here. Years later, I'm still sitting here. I have made that decision based on what's been going on. There's several things have been going on that I am, if I can, I am going to move. I have decided I would like to take my daughter's apartment, the one that's getting a divorce, when she buys a house, to try to get her apartment, because I've been over there several times. I like it, and just general other things. I mean, there are a lot of things I don't like about it, but here we go. There's things I don't like about it, but there are things I do like about it, and of course, based on my options, it's probably the best option of what I have to look at. But she's got to move first, and I don't think she's moving along fast enough. So that part came up. But so with the medical, and I found out that where I live, they're growing up all around me. I've mentioned that and mentioned all the roads being clogged up with traffic. I did learn last week that there are 3 new apartment developments growing up near me that are going to have 300 apartments each, put on roads that are not being fixed, widened, updated, or anything. That's several thousand people extra on the road that already I'm trapped in. So yeah, I need to get out of here. So yeah. So the day that I was having my surgery was also the day I was having my inspection for this apartment. And I do live in senior housing, and with senior housing in the location where I live, the state has a say in how everything has to be. So they come and they do inspections. And so we had an inspection. Well, my apartment has been okay for 8 years. I've been here for 8 years. And it's been okay for 8 years, so I did what I could to clean it. And I told my manager that I will be in surgery that day, so it might not be as tip-top a shape it normally is, but, they legally they have to give me some slack. They just do accommodate me for being, older and also kind of disabled at the time. They just have to. It's the law. You have to make reasonable accommodations. So I just let her know. Well, they came in, and when I got back from surgery, my note, they always leave a note, where you clear, not whatever. And the note said it wasn't. They found some things which was not on the list, no directions of how to fix it. And the note said that there was going to be another inspection the following week, and if the things weren't cleared up, then we might, we as in it's a note to everybody, then we might be given a 30-day notice. So here I am, just getting out of surgery, and I am facing eviction, which I'm not going to pay much attention to because there's no leg. I told her, I said, this won't hold up, and I stopped there, but I meant to say in court. Because I asked her when she came back around, and I said, well, what is it I'm supposed to be doing? You don't have anything specific here other than it doesn't follow the guidelines. What are the guidelines? She said, well, I don't know. She said, the state doesn't know. I said, well, how can you evict somebody and tell them that you get a 30-day notice if you don't know what you're doing wrong, how to fix it? And she goes rambling on and on and on. But yeah. So before she came over, so it's just a bunch of bunk. I'm tired of it. I want the government out of my life. Right now, I'm in the States. Most of you are international. I'm in the States. Believe me, we feel it. I want the government out of my life. I will be glad to take a buyout for my Social Security. I need $500,000. That's what I'm due. And I will opt out of Medicare if I can, which you cannot. When you turn 65, you have to go to Medicare. I've tried to get out of it several times. So, yeah, I really want the government out of my life right now. That's another reason that, I think I have to move. But before all that, I asked my daughter, the ESFJ daughter, to come over and take my trash out for me because, I don't know about you, but when I've got all the time in the world and everything's going great, I don't seem to have that much trash. But when I can't get out and take the trash out, it seems like it just piles up. So I know the manager coming, I don't know what she's coming for specifically and what's wrong, but I need to have the trash out so she can't have a second thing to complain about to get me kicked out. So my daughter did come over, and I asked her, I said, what's wrong with this apartment? She said, I don't know. So I gave her the notes in writing. I gave her the note from the manager to read. I said, this is what I'm facing. This is what I came home to from surgery. This is what I came home to. And she read it. We all need a FE user. INFPs lead with their introverted feeling. We need a FE user, FENI user in our lives. Please have one around somewhere. But she read it and just immediately said, you need to move. So what I've been battling about moving for the last, 3-4 years, she just said it in 1 second. You need to move. Get out of here. So it was good to have her around. So yeah, I need to move. And I said, well, I'd like to move to your apartment. You need to move. So she did help me out. So yeah, that's just basically what I have to say today. Just I want something to do, get my mind off what's going on, got an appointment with the doctor tomorrow for a follow-up visit. She follow-up visited on the phone. I don't think she really cares if I show up, but it's on the calendar, and that's what they do, and I want her to see and make sure everything looks okay. I doubt she's going to do anything but talk to me. But yeah, for those of you, again, who have been following the medical end, they did find more, and most people have clicked off by now, but I will tell you, they did find more than what they had originally planned on. I've done a lot of research on my own. What I have can turn to cancer, or can or can't. There's a percentage, but if it doesn't happen to you, if it doesn't happen to you, then it's 0%. But if it does happen to you, it's 100%. And I'm not one to go strictly on statistics, and she's going strictly on science and statistics, and she doesn't know who she's dealing with. She's dealing with the INFP, and I go on my intuition. So my intuition tells me one thing, she wants to do another thing. I've looked into looking at somebody else. I don't know what's going to happen. But yeah, I'm at a stalemate. Something's got to happen. All I hear about is monitoring. Let's just monitor. I'm 75. I've monitored for 35 years. I want to just live my life in peace and as healthy as I possibly can. And like I said, I do feel better. My bladder feels better for having removed. And the biggest polyp, she told me, and she did all this over the phone, which I don't think that's the best practice to tell people this kind of news over the phone. But she did tell me that the big polyp, I had told people it was the size of an egg. She said it it completely covered up my uterus, which is pear-shaped and the size of a pear. So it's bigger than we thought. So anyway, I feel a lot better now that that's gone. I'm no longer quote-unquote pregnant, and my bladder appreciates it. I can do a little bit more. I'm not as tired as I was, but anyway, that's just that. So yeah, I just wanted to get on here and say hello and say yes, whenever your intuition or the universe or whoever you look to tells you to go in a certain direction, believe them the first time, and if not, things will continue to happen so that you will listen. That's just my thought. That's my life. That's how I go about my life. Things will continue to get worse. Now the fact is, I've had surgery. They found out that there's something is wrong. That's a big deal. I need to be in a place where I can get out of here. The place where my daughter lives, it's a place where I went to the ER. There's an ER close by. The traffic moves. It is near a major interstate and highway, but the traffic noise doesn't bother me. Doesn't bother me. I don't hear it when I go. There's a lot of shopping within actually walking distance. So I think, yeah, I need to kind of be there. I am still pursuing my passport. I am still kind of in the back of my head pursuing leaving the country. I can't leave the country in the shape I'm in medically. But that's for another time that I won't get into here. But if things get to that point, I want to be able to leave. Right now, I don't think anybody wants Americans in their country. But I'm going to continue with that. I've just piddled around for years. So yeah, so my medical has said, yeah, I need to, nobody here to help me. I'll be closer to my kids so they can come easier. And at least I will be closer to a major medical thing. The hospital here is 5 miles, but you have to get through the 5 miles of the traffic that's stopped up. So yeah. And then coming home to threatening of eviction, which won't hold water, but if they do that, then I am going to take them to court, and I don't feel like doing that. I know how to do that. I don't mind doing that, but I don't need that right now. So yes, I'm going to heed the call, and so look to see if you've had anything in your life that's like this. Can't make a decision if things are going sideways in your life, take stock in that. Sit back and think for a minute. Does this have anything to do with the issue I can't resolve or this decision I can't make? Because, yeah, I do believe that. It's happened to me several times in my life where you will get, it keeps on and gets worse and gets worse until you hear if you're on the wrong track and you need to go in a direction. It helps you decide. And also, again, like I said, find someone that uses FE and NI in your life that can make a decision immediately. Like my daughter just told me, you need to move. So I hope everybody's doing okay. I am doing fine. My mental state is not as well as it needs to be. Physically, I'm feeling a lot better than I have in a long time. So that part is good. And I will be back sporadically. Not on a regular basis at this point still, but I did have this to say, and it's good to see you again. And until next time, and always, like, share, subscribe, and all that thing. Comment, I love to read comments. And see what you think about these socks. I do really like these socks. So until next time, everybody, stay safe.